Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rifleman Adventures. Today we are going to do something a little different, something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I figured today would be the perfect day to actually try this out. So we are going to do a form of Japanese fish pressing where you transfer the image of the fish onto a piece of paper using ink and a special type of paper. It's called Gyotaku, I believe, and I guarantee you I butchered that. I'll put the name down here of what it's actually called. But I went and got all the supplies, so to do it, and this is my first time doing it, so it's going to be a learning curve, but we have some black ink, and then I got a container that I can mix the ink with water in order to get the right consistency, and then I got rice paper. Rice paper is the type of paper preferred to do this, or you can use cloth, but because I'm practicing, I'm going to use rice paper in order to get the technique down before I actually try doing it on a cloth. So rice paper, and then just a couple different brushes, some foam brushes and some normal brushes from the hardware store. So we're going to give this a shot and see if I can actually make one of these fish press prints that we can hang up on the wall. All this stuff came from the hardware store, minus the ink and the rice paper I got at a craft store. I couldn't find it anywhere else. I hit a few stores, but ultimately I found it at one of my local craft stores. But in order to actually get this video going, we need to go catch some fish. So I'm gonna get Luca loaded up. We're just gonna run to a local spot here and see what we can't catch. We're hoping for either a wiper, perch, or bluegill. We'll get a few of them, some eating size ones that we can actually do the press and then cook them afterwards. So I'm going to put this video on hold now, and we're going to get loaded up. I'm going to get Luca loaded up, dressed all nice and warm, and we're going to go hit the water and catch a few fish so that we can get this project going. We are loaded up, got fishing rods, got our tackle box, got warm clothes, got a stringer, we got a net.
We lost my knife.
Yep, we did lose Luca's knife though, so we are gonna have to order Luca a new little knife. But we are gonna hit the road, and in about 30 minutes we will be pulling in our first fish. So let's get to it. We made it in about 20 minutes, but it is cold today. It's about 30 degrees out. Even though it's clear skies and sunny, it is cold today. So we're gonna get suited up real quick and get some warm gear on him and some warm gear on me, and then we're gonna get to it. We're gonna hurry and catch a few fish and head back home so we can finish this video.
I can't do it too hard. Pull my net.
You got it.
Got my net.
We made it here, and it is frigid today, but there's actually a ton of water coming out, which we haven't dealt with that the past few times we've been here. So if you look, there is a lot of water coming out, and it's actually cleaned out the water quite a bit. It's super clear. So we're gonna get rigged up. I'm going to do 2 rods with worms way out in the middle on the bottom for some bigger wiper, and then we're gonna jig for perch where we have in past videos, just right off this edge. So I'm gonna get set up and we're gonna get some rods in the water. All right, you guys, I got both worm rods out right here, 1 and 2. I didn't go out quite as far as I wanted to. There's a gentleman fishing the other side that's kind of casting to the center too, so I want to stay away from his lines and not mess up his fishing. So I got those 2 out, and I'm going to set up some perch rods and let's catch some fish. Sorry, it's probably pretty hard to hear with this water running over here, but I got some perch rods rigged up and the 2 worm rods are out, so we're gonna start jigging for some perch and see if we can't pull any out. We fished it hard for almost 2 hours and not a single bite. We braved the cold. We tried at least 10 different things. I didn't video it all because it was too cold and just no action at all. So to try and save this video, we are going to stop on our way home at the Ogden River at a couple spots. I know we can probably pull out a couple rainbow trout. I didn't really want to do this with a rainbow trout, but we're gonna try and catch something. So we're gonna go hit that spot and see if we can't catch something before we lose all our light today. So 20 minutes, we'll be back on the water. All right, you guys, we made it to spot number 2 down on the Ogden River, downtown Ogden. Usually we can pick up a couple rainbow trout or brown trout at this hole, so we're just gonna fish for 15 minutes, try and catch something, and hopefully we get something so I can finish this video. But I'm gonna get us set up. We got to change our gear a little bit, and we're gonna get to catching a fish. Okay, bring your fishing pole over here so I can get you hooked up.
I found an old cannon, boy. Oh,
All right, guys, we're here about 20 minutes, and once again, not a single bite. All my spots are not producing today, but we have one more spot that if I don't catch a fish out of that spot, it's just not meant to be today. So we're gonna hurry and pack up. It's about a 5-minute drive over to that spot, and hopefully we can catch something. So I'm gonna get Luca packed up and we're gonna hit that other spot. Okay, we are at spot number 3. We're just walking down the river walk here. It's just a little walk down to a good little hole I know of. But man, we have not had to work this hard to catch a freaking fish for a long time. And we've had this cold front that came through. I mean, it's affected most of the country, right? The Midwest got that really cold weather. We didn't get too cold, but it's been in the 40s and it dropped down to the low 30s this past 2 days. So I don't know if that has something to do with it or what, but we're gonna give it one last shot here. We got 20 minutes before we lose all our lights, so I think we can catch one out of here. What do you think, buddy?
yes.
We're gonna catch one? All right, we're gonna get some worms on and hopefully pull out a fish.
Oh, I want to catch it.
Guys, we did it. So here are the fish. They're about 11-inch planter rainbows from the Ogden River. But they'll serve their purpose here. So just right off the bat, I washed them pretty well, but I can still tell there's a lot of slime on them. So first things first is we're gonna lay down some paper towels and we're gonna start drying these off as best we can.
And the cotton board.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's gonna get really smelling like fish in here, and my wife's sitting over there studying and doing homework, so hopefully it doesn't get too bad, but it's for a good cause.
Rainbow coming out.
Just because he's still slimy.
Oh.
No, don't.
Oops.
Don't.
I touched it a little.
I know. Try not to touch him though.
Look at my sis. Why are you kind of...
And as you can see, we're at our kids' craft table. I figured this would be the perfect spot to do this project. So I don't fit very well under here, but let's see what we can do. That's why we're drying them off.
So we can kind of touch them. Oh, mine too kind of dry right here now.
From the videos I have seen of how to do this, it says the fish has to be extremely dry in order for the ink to sit well on the fish and then transfer to the paper without having blotches or slime transfer to the rice paper, which I'll pull out in a sec, but it's super thin. So I think any excess moisture just starts tearing the paper apart. So we're going to try and get these extra dry.
So big.
This is a really weird experience. I've never wiped down a fish quite as much as I'm doing right now. Here, you think yours is dry enough? Try and get them fins a little bit more. Try and get that tail. What I've noticed is now that it is drier, I can actually touch it, but I can actually spread the fins out.
It's kind of red.
Get the fan the tail out a little bit, and unfortunately he does not have a dorsal fin because he is a plantar bow, so he doesn't have any dorsal fins, but his other fins look good. So the tail's out. He's got his adipose fin right here, so I'm going to put a piece of cardboard underneath that to try and get that to stick out a little bit, and then we're going to start trying to put some ink on them and see what happens. Looks like one of the bats you mount on the walls as a kid that used to sing. You know, I don't know what those are called, but they turn their head at you and start singing. Not too bad. I'm pretty excited.
It's super that guy.
The cardboard actually works really well. It helps hold the fins without even using pins. Because online I read that, nope, okay, you don't need to put under the tail, buddy. Sorry, it's hard to help Luca and talk. But online it said that you should use pins to kind of spread the fins out, but I'll move the camera here in a sec so you guys can see, but it's actually just the cardboard itself with the stickiness of the fish is holding them really well. So one thing I read online is to dilute our ink. So I'm gonna go get some water in here, and we're just gonna add some ink until we find the right consistency. So let me go get some water in here, and then we'll get to staining.
That's you really dry like mine.
So I just barely put any water down at the bottom. And we're gonna take a look at the sink. I haven't looked at it yet, so.
I'm gonna look at.
It comes with a dropper, so we're just gonna do one full dropper of ink to start with.
Let me see.
I don't know if you guys can see that. No, you guys can't see that. Oh, a little bit there. But yeah, that is dark, so I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Ooh, I'm splashing.
Now why you kind of got it on yourself?
Yeah, We're gonna try not to make a mess here. That's the ultimate goal. I'm very confused on how this is gonna work, but we're gonna give it a shot. It's not quite what I was thinking it was gonna look like. So I'm gonna bring you guys closer so you guys can look and see as I'm doing this. Let's see how I can do this here.
I don't get on cardboard.
Alright, so hopefully you guys can see this better. You're not gonna see me, but that's alright. I'm gonna walk you guys through what I'm doing. Cause
I don't get on cardboard, that's okay.
I think I might add some more ink here.
I'm not getting it on my eye, look.
Good job, buddy.
And I'm just doing it. Oops, that's okay. Just do one. And one.
Okay, so here's the rice paper. Super freaking thin. But we're gonna cut off a section here. Just like that.
Oh, 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 oh. Touching it with hands, okay.
Is very excited for this. Aren't you, buddy?
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Already right off the bat, I can tell there was too much that leaked down into the gill plate. So when I go to press it down, the water seeps back out, and I think that's why I'm dealing with that. Also, I think I need just a little more liquid, but it looks pretty sweet. So we're gonna try peeling it off real quick.
Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Okay, not that great. As you can see there. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, there was trial one. Now I kind of have a feel of how it goes, so we're going to try again. Okay, Luca's going to try now. Okay, nice and slow.
Look at mine.
See yours. Yeah, so I think Luca had too much liquid on. Liquid, I mean water and ink, but not bad for our first try, right? You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna try again. We're gonna try a second time. Okay, we're on our second fish, our second attempt of the fish, but we both got them inked up the way we think we want them. So we're gonna cut some paper and see how these turn out.
Look at mine. Look at mine, Dad.
Good job, buddy.
Mom. What you said, Dad? Oh, look at ears. I gotta kind of do ears like this, kind of tight, not too tight. Let me look at ears.
Get it.
That's like my same one.
So I would say it's better than the first attempt, but it's still not great.
But it looks great.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Okay, we're gonna try one more attempt before Luca has to go to bed. So hopefully this time it comes out good.
So slimy. I'm gonna look really better look.
Nope. I mean, they're cool, but just the detail is not there. So it's gonna take a lot more practice to kind of dial this in. Okay, guys, it's Luca's bedtime, and we have not mastered this yet. So I'm gonna throw these fish in the fridge,
So
and we're
we
gonna
can
try
do it
again tomorrow, because I know we're close and we're slowly getting better, but it's still not even close to being worthy of hanging on a wall. So we're gonna catch you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna keep this video going and see if we can't get one good fish print that we can put on the wall.
Look at mine.